Hey guys, I get asked all the time, what's your favorite vertical wire antenna, or what's your favorite vertical antenna? And it's a great question. And there's a lot of different reasons for there being a ranking or which one's the top one or whatever. But you know what? I pulled out my book, went through my book, and gave it some serious thought. And I said, you know what? I'm going to rank from 5 to 1. And there's a little bit of different reason for each one. I'll give those reasons as well. But here we go. My top 5 vertical wire antennas. Now, stick around to the end of this video because I got a big announcement that you won't want to miss. Top 5 vertical wire antennas. We'll start off with number 5. Number 5 to me is the antenna everyone should start out with. This should be your first vertical build, the quarter wave vertical. The quarter wave vertical, or the quarter wave vertical ground plane antenna. It's a great antenna to start with because it's a wonderful resonant antenna, great for DX with a pretty low takeoff angle. But it's the antenna that kind of teaches you how to tune an antenna as well. Trimming it to resonance and getting it up is great. Also, it's easy to build for, let's just say for 20 all the way down to, 6 meters. You could build it for 40 with a large enough pole, but you can get a very inexpensive crappie pole, or say a 17-foot fiberglass pole to get it started with, and get it up in the air, and with pretty inexpensive. Also, wire. I build pretty much all of my antennas, all the ones we're going to continue talking about here. With inexpensive wire, I like 16 gauge speaker wire I get at a department store. It's pretty great. So quarter wave vertical is my number 5. Also, putting a ground plane underneath it are radials. Simple to do. I just cut 4 of them, about the length of these don't have to be tuned. They're laying on the ground, but about the length of the driven element. Spread them out, and you're good to go. There you go. Number 5, the quarter wave vertical. Number 4 for me is the random wire vertical antenna. Now, what's so random about the wire? Really nothing. They're not random lengths. Random wire antennas are where you found a spot where the antenna has a low enough impedance where it can be matched with a tuner and on certain frequencies. For vertical antennas, it seems like these lengths are 41 feet, 35.5 or 35 and a half feet, and 29 feet. You could also throw in 20 and a half feet or 20.5 feet. Now, I've built every one of these, and they're great. They have a very low takeoff angle, depending on what band you're using. The 29-footer especially, I love the 29-foot vertical because it is just a great DX performer on 20 meters, but it can also be used on 40 meters as well. It's a great 40-meter antenna. Now, to build one of these requires a matching at the feed point, and that is done with a 9-to-1 un, which is pretty easy to get and not that expensive. So, like, let's just say my 29-footer, I built it on a 10-meter fiberglass pole with a 9-to-1 un, and then put a ground plane underneath it of various radials. A lot of times, if I'm at the beach over salt water, I'll just use one 17-foot radial on it. If you're inland, I would probably put maybe 4, 5, 6, 17-foot long radials underneath it. The length of the radials is not important, but just get them down underneath it. But a random wire vertical, my number 4 antenna, great antenna for DXing. Now, the only drawback on it is it can be big. If you want to build a 41-footer, it could take it definitely takes a big pole. Unless you can hang it from a tree or something, it's tough. It's hard to get up. And that's the reason why it's number 4. I love the antennas. They're great for DXing, but can be somewhat difficult to build at the higher, longer lengths. There you go. Number 4, random wire vertical antennas. Number 3 is in the same family of the random wires. It's the 17.5. Or 17 foot 6 inches, or 17 and a half foot long. The 17.5 antenna is a great antenna because it's, once again, it requires a tuner to operate, but it is a great performer for portable when you want to work some DX. That length is very manageable, and this antenna works great on 20 down or up to the 10-meter band. It's a great portable, easy to get up. If you want a multi-band vertical, this is the one to start with because of its size. You can still probably get it on that pole you got for the quarter wave vertical to get started with. If you want to step up to the next antenna, the 17.5 is great, and I have worked some incredible DX. It's a great performer and a wonderful vertical antenna to play around with. So ground plane underneath it, it requires a 4-to-1 at the feed point for matching, and it does require a tuner. But 17.5, that's my number 3 favorite vertical wire antennas. Number two is an amazing DX antenna, and there's a lot of folklore and stories or whatever to this antenna, but the Rybakov antenna, once again, in the same sense of the random wire and the 17.5, it's a multi-band antenna. This can be used from 40 to 10 meters and requires a 4-to-1 underneath it. The driven element, 25 feet long or 7.6 meters long, put a ground plane underneath it, the Rybakov. Wow, what a great antenna. I have built my own Rybakovs. I've had people send me Rybakovs to try, and I've talked around the world. I've sat on the beach and talked to Australia with it. When I had one up in the backyard away from water, and when I was working in Poland, overnight I worked DX from Poland to back over here to the United States with just 20 watts of fun, great performing antenna, the 25-foot or 7.6 meter Rybakov antenna, my number 2 antenna. And now my number 1 vertical wire antenna. If you're a subscriber and follow the channel, you probably know what this is going to be. I love an end-fed vertical half wave. I love it. It's for 20-meter band, so roughly half of that 10-meter wire in the air, fed at down at the bottom with a 49-to-1 and a short, just a 5% of a wavelength, approximately 1 meter long counterpoise wire. I choke it at the feed point. I call that little counterpoise there the cul-de-sac. That's where the RF goes to make a U-turn and come back up and keep all that energy in the driven element there on it. But wonderful antenna. I have worked my absolute best DX with that antenna. Nothing matches it for me as a DXer when I'm out on the beach. And the great thing about it too, I don't need a ground plane. I don't need counterpoise wires on the beach around me. Just a wonderful antenna for sure. The vertical end-fed half wave, I love it. I've built it for 20. I've built it for 15. I've built them for 10, and they're great. With the 10, I can get it up higher on the pole, get the elevation up. Done some great DXing with that. So all of those antennas are in my book, the Salty Walt's Portable Antenna Sketchbook from the ARRL. Now I got a big announcement to make. And this is the announcement coming soon, coming very, very soon, as it May, as we'll should say mid-May, is book 2. My next book is called Salty Walt's Next Level Portable Antenna Sketchbook. This book will be ready for Dayton when I get to, if you're going to the Dayton Hamfest. The release should be right before Dayton. And this book kind of goes beyond what this book does. This is a great book if you're just getting going, building antennas, verticals, the common antennas, horizontals, end-fed half waves, dipoles, a lot of vertical wire antennas. They're all in this book. The next book is going to step beyond that, the next level of antennas. This next level meaning beam forming, putting a director and a reflector behind a wire, shaping a beam forming like the half square is in it. A lot of that type of antennas that you can build are in this next book. There's a second section in there of stuff you can buy if you don't want to build it. Just different antennas that I've used that I absolutely have just learned from and have learned so much about antennas from. That's going to be in this next book, Next Level, Salty Walt's Next Level Portable Antenna Sketchbook. As you can see here, not really a beach book either. We got some grass there, but that's what I really want you to know is these books, once again, I know I do a lot of operating on the beach. You can build any of these antennas anywhere in the world and have some fun with it. So there you go. My top 10 vertical wire antennas. And my big announcement, the book 2 is coming. And hope to see you in Dayton, Ohio at Hamvention. Hope to see you there. And maybe sign another book if you have the first one. If you're looking for the second book, I'll put a link. The first book, I'll put a link to that below. Fun book. And I hope from what I've learned and put into this, it can help you learn about building antennas as well. Till next time, I'm Salty Walt, K4OGO. Stay salty, my friends.